Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on the East Coast Main Line with this rather gorgeous looking Lumo Class 803 LNER Class 801. But it's of course a reskin which runs on this line in real life, and it looks good. Like, this is another one done by SR. I'm not sure who that is, but he doesn't really put out any information to the public. But he does these really nice liveries, like that's a good screenshot right there. Look at it, and look at the detail on this. It's gorgeous. Like, why a Lumo Class 803 was not included with this route? I am astounded that this was not included with the route. Just LNER rolling stock. There we go. As you can see, weather is mildly on the terrible side. A bit stormy. Not particularly nice. Alright. I've already got the cab all set up here. Our next stop is Grantham. So, we're heading from Newark Northgate down to Peterborough. This is service 1 Baker 83, if you want to have a look at it yourself. This is... door blocks me. So, let's get TPWS and DSD on. I won't get vigilance on yet. So here's the kitchen. Very nice. And as you can see, still an LNER interior, which is a bit of a bummer that people can't modify the interior of a train yet to make it more realistic. But hey ho, live with it. It's still nice that we have this really good livery. Where is my good old vigilance? There we go. And sit down. Alright, we have 15 seconds till we're scheduled to go. The wiper doesn't have to be this fast, does it? Whoops, I want 40. Whoa, bit of lag there. Right, 14 miles to Grantham, and yet wait a minute, top right in the track monitor, it says I have a yellow signal, and yet it still registers as a red signal. Hey ho, let's go. Leaving Grantham, the speed limit is 30 miles. Not Grantham, Newark Northgate. The speed limit is 30. So, alright, here we go. I haven't actually played Train Sim World in a few days. Alright. And then we immediately get to go up to 125. Nice. Man, this is a good-looking train. Oh, man. Lumo is actually one of the newest railway companies in Britain, so it's nice that we can drive one of their trains in Train Sim World, somewhat realistically. I don't think they stop at Doncaster or Peterborough, and they stop at one and not the other. I don't remember. If you could clarify for me about that in the comments, that'd be very much appreciated. I don't think they stop at Newark Northgate in real life. I have got the mod running that gives you better signal visuals, especially on British routes. And I've also got the mod which gives you a much better PIS, i.e. one that actually works. Let's get up ahead of this thing. Hope my vigilance doesn't go off. That'd be pretty bad. Oh, by the way, I am also going to be checking out a Hull Trains livery on the East Coast Main Line at some point in the near future, so don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see that one as well. Just 10 miles to Grantham already. Wow. Whoa, that is the most stutter I've ever had on this route, hands down. Dovetail Games, I know it's completely pointless to appeal to you, but please fix the terrible optimization on Train Sim World. This has been a problem since 2017! 6 years ago, and you still have not fixed it. Come on! Another thing you need to fix, the thick OHLE. Look at it. It's awful. Like, that's just beyond anything. They're willing to fix the collectibles on, what was it? S-Bahn Vorarlberg, but yet they're not willing to fix something that they acknowledge they've made a mistake on, i.e. the OHLE, and they're not willing to fix it at all. Like, that's just beyond anything. Yeah, the only developer I can really compare to Dovetail Games is EA, Electronic Arts. They release sports games every year, and it's the same code underneath, basically the same players, but it's basically the same game, but they make you pay £70 a year or something truly bonkers like that. But yeah, I think Dovetail's very close to EA in terms of reputation and quality of work. I started playing Train Sim World just over 7 months ago now, and I certainly did not know about the true just insanity of Dovetail Games. If I had known at the time what I was getting into, I would have backed out. But now I've got a bunch of routes and I've sunk a bunch of money in, so I can't back out without losing a whole bunch of money. And I am interested to see where the game goes, but this makes me extremely frustrated. Okay, rant over. Let's concentrate on actually driving. 4.4 miles to Grantham, so not too far. What time do we have to get there? 12:06. It's currently 12:02, so hopefully we'll actually get there on time. I can actually... Do we have a tunnel coming up? Is there a tunnel in between? Yes, there is. There's a tunnel in between us and Grantham. So what time did I leave? So I left at 11:56. You're supposed to be at Grantham within 10 minutes. That's pretty fast. Is there a Zuma there? Another bug I've noticed with this route is that none of my Creators Club liveries seem to be appearing on the route. Which is weird. Because I do have Lumo and Hull Trains liveries downloaded for this route, but just to make the rolling stock a tad more realistic. But I don't ever see them. All I see is LNER, 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 just constantly, and it's actually slightly annoying. Getting annoying now. Mind you, I like the Class 800 or 801 IETs in Azuma colors. It's just that why they have to be there all the time, and I never see any Lumo or Hull Trains liveries is slightly disheartening, if I'm being honest. Alright, come on. Alright, we have 2 minutes to do the mile to Grantham. Hopefully we'll make it in time. Says the man who with massive brakes on his train. Alright, here we go. It's another double yellow. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm running behind someone. Oh gosh. 700 yards. Is that red? No. Optical illusion. Phew! I thought that red signal was from my track. Oh my word, that gave me a heart attack. Alright, here we go. Let's get... I can actually... Alright, let's get the... Alright. Here we go. Grantham. Oh, my word. What? NPC! Get out the way. Oh my word. Did you see that? That NPC just walked out in front of the train. Alright, here we go. Slightly stressful stop. Alright. I really love this Lumo livery. So nice. One thing I do like about this route is Dovetail Animation presents Stretch. Giraffe with an extra long neck. Coming soon to theaters. Just look at this and tell me what's funny about it. I'll let you decide. Alright. This sign, this screen somewhat works. I like it. It does the job, but if you're not on the East Coast Main Line, it can be a bit buggy. I wish they improved the GSMR. I know it's a GSMR, you can't really use the radio in TSW, but they could make it a bit more functional than this. Honestly. Like, this being a problem going back donkey's years. Alright. Oh, that's mine. Oh, I'm on time. Nice. Peterborough, Stevenage, and King's Cross. So, yeah. We could explore a bit. Oh, I forgot. Vigilance. Quiet. Are there any collectibles here I haven't got yet? Wait, what? There are rain effects onto the ground under a covered roof. What's that about? Okay, BMW parody there. Messages. Some messages are best left unread. News series streaming now. DGTV. Dovetail Games Television. Water refill point. Ah! You can refill your... Of course, there's a Dovetail logo on the bottle. Of course. Like... I wish the lifts worked. They do... Some of the lifts work on Rivet Games' Edinburgh Waverley to Glasgow Queen Street route, so... Why they don't work on any other routes? That'd be a nice immersion feature, honestly. NPCs seem to be sticking behind the safety line for once. Alright, let's get the vigilance. Back on. Alright. Alright, we still have some time to wait. Why are we waiting so long here? Like, that's just bonkers. Did you hear that? That's a station announcement. I know, unusual. LNER, no, Lumo service formed of 5 coaches. If you could tell me what your favorite livery for the 801 is in TSW, please tell me. I think my favorite one is the Century one, but please tell me in the comments which one is your favorite. Alright, coming out of Grantham, the speed limit is 100, but then immediately goes up to 115. So, instead of 16 miles, we now have 28 miles. The longest section of the route between 2 stations, down to Peterborough. Excuse me. Another Azuma with no Creators Club livery on it. Okay, so where are we? Up here, okay. Go along. There's the tunnel, and then it goes to quad track all the way to Peterborough. Let me guess. Do I have someone ahead of me? Yes. I'm guessing I have a train ahead of me. It's just I don't know what it is. Downlighter. Oh, that's the overhead cab light. Oh, okay. Reading light. No. Desk illumination down here. Headlight controls up here. DSD pedal adjustment, which we can't do in game because everyone sits in the same position. It's AWS. DSD. And then there's the diesel mode there, which we hardly ever use in game, really. Excuse me. Oh, bless me. Oh, gosh. That was a big one. Right. My estimate will be at Peterborough pretty soon. Probably within not too long from now. Alright. 3rd track coming in. Oh, gosh. Camera. There we go. And here comes the tunnel. Oh, and there's another Azuma. No Creators Club livery on it. I'll just leave the wiper on because all of the tunnels on this rail are so short that it doesn't make any sense not to. There we go. I accidentally hit the right-clicked my mouse, so that's why I couldn't pan that shot. Alright, we have quad track once again, and we're on the fast track. You only really use the slow track, A, if you're in the Flying Scotsman, B, if you're in the Class 66, or Class 158, or Class 43. The latter two are from Midland Main Line, Leicester to Derby and Nottingham, from Skyhook Games. But if you're in the Azuma, you never use the slow track. You're always routed onto the fast track, which can be a bit boring sometimes, if I'm totally honest. It's basically downhill like this all the way to Peterborough, so I'll basically just have to do minute throttle adjustments all the way there, which can be quite tedious, like that. Very British weather today. So we have 13 minutes to do the 19 miles to Peterborough. Oh, honestly, that makes me groan a bit inside. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that numbering issue still hasn't been fixed. It's still the system still thinks every single train is numbered 801234 when it should have a dynamic number system. Oh, that issue still hasn't been fixed. A month after Train Somewhere 4's release. That is criminal negligence on the part of DTG. And speaking of criminal negligence, that was quite a bit of stutter. Oh, you can see that the signal up there is flashing green. Technically that means I'm allowed to go up to 140, but the 801 is electronically governed, so I can't do to stay at 125 at all to stay under 125 at all times, so I can't do that. Can't believe this is like the local stopping service. I feel as though I'm on an express train, for goodness sake, not a local train stopping at major cities on its way down to King's Cross. Oh, and also another bug with this route. All AI trains still seem to have their diesel engines turned on. On a Class 801, which is electrically powered and only uses its diesel engine in emergencies. Like, what? How does that bug even exist? Like, on any other games developer with a conscience would have fixed that by now. But no, not DTG. They've just left it. Once DTG, always DTG, even if you're bought by Focus Entertainment. In fact, I think it's Focus Entertainment who's pushing them to continue this practice. Because the train guy 4, the YouTuber with 3,000 subscribers, I watch him quite a bit. He's quite good. He often, not he often, sorry. When he did one of his Train Sim World 4 overview videos, he was talking about how he was talking about how Focus Entertainment's profit figures have actually been falling for the past few years. And then after DTG was bought by Focus, Train Sim World 4 is announced just a couple of months later. That does not seem like coincidence. Focus Entertainment, if you're listening, I know you're not, but this is just a direct plea to you. Push DTG to reform their business practices, please. Please. But I know you're not going to do that. You're just going to you're going to encourage them, as a matter of fact. But, yeah. A rant is neither here nor there. I do like the Class 801. It is a very nice unit to drive, if a bit boring. I wish there was a Class 91 on this route. I bet there is going to be. Like, there's going to be like a Loco add-on bundle coming out for Train Sim World 4 soon. It's maybe like, I'm guessing this is what my guess about the Loco add-on bundle is going to be. It's going to be Class 91 for the East Coast mainline route, which is good. Like, this route needs a Class 91. Class 91 is a great locomotive, especially in Train Simulator Classic. If DTG, if you're listening, if you've decided to model a Class 91, please use the Armstrong Powerhouse Knight Class 91 sounds. And also model the Mark IV driving van trailer as well as the Class 91 itself. That should be pretty hard to copy over anyway. However, where was I? Oh yes, Siemens Charger Pacific Surfliner for double yellow. For the Antelope Valley line, which, again, that's a good loco choice. If you model it correctly, DTG, that's a great idea. Pacific Surfliner is badly needed in Train Sim World. And then for S-Bahn Vorarlberg, my guess is it's going to be a BR-182. In, what was it? OBB colors, and then recycled from, I don't know what route it is. And then also intercity coaches recycled from the DPPR 101 add-on. I'd buy that whole add-on, honestly. Like, that's a good idea. But before you go about announcing that DTG, please release the Maintalbahn Bilsenberg to Aschaffenburg, I think it is. Alright, we're coming up toward Peterborough, so I think I should stop nattering and start concentrating. You don't have to concentrate with driving this train, honestly. It's just, you get to Peterborough and you're like, oh, I drove like 75 miles from Doncaster. Didn't realize it took so much effort, but yeah. Alright, 5 miles to go. And we have 6 minutes to do it. So try to hold our speed as high as possible for as far as possible, so then we can crash on the brakes and arrive at a sensible time. I have a flashing green signal when I'm only 4 miles from my next stop? What? Is that realistic? I don't know. Not that... I am pretty familiar with British trains. Ironic, it's because of Train Sim World I'm familiar with British trains, otherwise I wouldn't be. Mainly a fan of Japanese trains, because they're my local ones. Which... probably hardly anyone making Train Sim World videos can say that. Alright, here we go. We're coming up to Peterborough. Alright. I guess... Oh. Alright. One thing I've noticed, the areas around Peterborough and Doncaster are laggy because of the large amounts of rolling stock at the freight yards. But the rest of the route is actually silky smooth in terms of performance. Even now I'm getting 40 frames, which is pretty good considering I'm on a pretty meh PC. Alright, come on. There's another 801. Like, where are they coming from? Oh, I have a double yellow. I've got the brakes on minimum. Shut up, AWS. You don't need to warn me twice. Alright. Yeah. Oh, and another thing, DTG fixed the botched liveries on, what was it? Fixed the botched liveries on quite a lot of well, okay, no. Go back a bit. When Train Sim World 3 liveries are transferred to Train Sim World 4, a lot of the livery layers were not transferred over along with the route, which was... and it made the liveries from Train Sim World 3 look absolutely terrible. But luckily, DTG did the right thing for once and fixed the issue. So all of those liveries should... shut up. Now work. All of the liveries from Train Sim World 3 and before should now work on Train Sim World 4 without any issues at all. Which is great to hear, and we are actually well over 2 minutes early. I think this is the most early I've ever been. Full service on the brakes, and a perfect stop once again. And set the DRA. And turn that off. Reverse into neutral. And I can turn the wiper off. They also, DTG also did modified the rain effects for the windscreens on Train Sim World, and it actually looks pretty darn good. Whoa! Just got forced out of my seat. Oh, and please, yes! Finally a platinum medal. I haven't gotten one in ages. Okay, so that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.